Okay, so I'm back. This is part 2 of my response video to those who watch my response video to Nepali's 1981's Wicca is Satanic video. And this part 2 video, if you will, is basically my comments directed at the haters. There were a couple of haters who pretty much had issues with what I had to say with respect to the comments that I made in the last video. And while the bulk of the responses I got were actually pretty good, I noticed that the most recent ones were actually, a couple of the most recent responses were pretty outlandish, and not to mention uncalled for. Well, as I said before, Cubed07, he posted his response to me 5 days ago, by the way, and Ilithyia wrote Ilithyia, I think that's how you pronounce that name, posted this about a week ago. Now, within the last few minutes before I started making part 2 here, I checked out the profile. It happens to be a male. He has a very good profile. He has a very good description of his background and Wicca and so forth. Okay, I can buy that. My problem with Ilithyia, this gentleman, is that he seems to be missing the point of what I'm trying to say, which is that Neff was conflating Wicca with Satanism, and which I think is unfair. It was a very unfair, cheap shot he made, and I was poking holes in this argument. I asked him to provide proof that Satan created Wicca. He was able to do that. As a matter of fact, he failed on that count many, many times. What an epic fail on his part. So he's done a shitty job of making his points, which really amounted to nothing in the grand scheme of things. Now, he basically says, and I'm talking about Ilithyia here, is that I was attacking the Bible and called them names. Well, I did call him an idiot, but that's only because he didn't know what he was talking about. I did point out that we don't worship babies, that we don't kill babies, that we don't worship the devil. Some Wiccans do dress in black, but not all. In fact, I would say, and I'm just guessing here, this is anecdotal on my part, but I'm guessing about over 95% of Wiccans actually do not dress in black. Once again, that's just purely anecdotal on my part, right? So I'm just making that point, pretty clear right here as it is. I also want to read a comment that was made by Samantha. I'm thinking Sam Hain, or close to Sam Hain, but whatever. Anyway, I am a Wiccan and I worship Satan. I cook little children in my big-ass cauldron of death. I also pop them in the microwave for to see their eyes pop out. And in a bin bag with fire, the child is good with olive oil and lightly toasted on my Wiccan barbecue because I'm Wiccan. And that is what I do, obviously, because that is what the Bible says. Yum, yum. Wow. My response to that individual is you're feeding into the trolling of people like Neff and even this Cubed '07 guy. Samantha 18, don't do that. We don't need to be tarred with a broad brush because of that nonsense. If you're really believing that, then you're not Wiccan. Maybe a Satanist, maybe some sort of a delusional type of Satanist, and you may like some elements of the Wiccan read, but you're not a Wiccan if you don't follow the read. That's what makes the difference between a Wiccan and a so-called person who claims to be a Wiccan, which is a fluff bunny or one of those I read a book Wiccans. Okay. And that's all I'm going to say on that point for now. I also liked some of the comments that were made here. I think that one person here I liked was Wiccan Tutor. Night-Ticking Bear, I completely agree. I used to be Christian as well, and so my friends kicked me out of school finding out I'm Wiccan. Wiccan Tutor, I am really sorry to hear that actually happened to you. And if that happened to you, I am really, really sorry to hear about that. It sounds like, according to this, you're 37, and you're from England, by the way. I am so sorry to hear about that, hon. This is a problem that's pretty much...
Hello, YouTube.
Sorry. That's a problem that's very endemic in the whole grand scheme of things. I think this is a very, very big issue that I think needs to be addressed because Wiccans who are basically harassed in the schools is a very serious issue. It's a very serious problem that needs to be fundamentally addressed. There's just no other way around it. There's just no dancing around that fact. The fact of the matter is that most of us do believe in a god and a goddess. And we do believe that how we project ourselves, how we carry ourselves, not only affects us, but also affects others. That's how the karma plays in. Because if we project magic onto other people without their permission, then we can get in serious trouble for that. Through the gods. And through the magic itself. The magic can come back to on the ass or whatever. Now, I'm going to say this once. Wiccans are not satanic. We don't eat babies. We don't roast them alive. We don't kill animals. And we don't do any of the things that the Christians say. It's that simple. Bye, everybody. Thank you very much. I'm enjoying these videos. I'll be putting up more videos, more instructional stuff soon, so take care. Love you all. Bye now.